Good morning, YouTube. It's Ro here. Thank you for visiting You Grow Ro. If this is your first time here, I hope you'll consider subscribing at the end of this video. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. Today, I got a special surprise for us, but I thought I'd start us out with my Nolians Black Morning Glory. These are everything I thought they would be and more. That color is absolutely stunning. These leaves look like they're made of velvet. So beautiful. Very glad that I went ahead with that. All right, guys, I'll show you our surprise right after this intro. So here I have a few teensy tiny tomatoes from my Ink Spot Micro Dwarf Tomato. I'm going to reserve judgment on these tomatoes until I see how they do outside. I do have some planted outside, and I'll wait and see how those plants do. But these are grown hydroponically in the house in an Arrow Garden harvest. All right, let me show you what I got. Here it is. Just for fun, I got us a portable refractometer. Came with this little case. Right, and there. Here we have some droppers. Plastic, and this is the refractometer. It's the looking piece there. I know what you're thinking, Ro, what is this thing? Well, glad you asked. This little refractometer is going to give me the Brix reading on my tomatoes. Well, really anything you want it. And basically, the Brix score will tell you how sweet something is. So let's give it a shot. How this is going to work is I'm going to open this here, this front lid. I'm going to put a little bit of tomato juice on this screen here. I'm going to close it up, wait 30 seconds, and then I'm going to look towards the sun through this eyepiece. And on the inside, you can read, it's got like a temperature gauge in there, but it's a Brix reader. A Brix meter, I'm sorry. And that will tell you how sweet, how much sugar content, how sweet your tomatoes are. All right, let's give it a try. These tomatoes are not juicy. They're delicious, but they're not juicy. Okay, this one looks like it has a little bit of juice to it. So, I'm gonna attempt to squeeze some on here. Nothing. Well, a little bit. These tomatoes are dense. Okay. I think I got a little bit on there. We'll see if that's enough. Flip it down. While I wait for that, I'll just eat the last of these tomatoes. They are awful yummy. Incredibly teensy, but tasty. I presume these will be much larger when grown outside and not in hydroponics. Let's look at the instructions here. So I need to align the prism assembly with light, adjust the focus adjustment until you can see the scale clearly. Now it says it was already calibrated before they sent it out, but you need to recalibrate it every few months. This is my first use, so no need to calibrate. So measuring, clean the prism with soft cloth, which I did, and then place 2 to 3 drops of liquid sample to be tested on the prism. Then close the cover plate and make sure the sample spreads across the prism without air bubbles or dry spots. Wait for about 30 seconds to let the reading stabilize. Align the prism assembly with the light source. Look into the eyepiece and you can get the reading. Then you would clean the refractometer with soft cloth and put it back into the box. Keep it dry and clean, which can make the instrument accurate and durable. It says, do not put the instrument into water to wash. This may lead the refractometer to be foggy or rusty inside. This instrument can measure acidic and alkaline and other general corrosive liquid, but we don't recommend measuring these liquids for a long time. The residue should be cleaned immediately after use. Please do not lose any connection part or dropping, colliding, shaking the instrument intensely. Keep it dry place free of corrosive gas. Simple enough. Okay, I'm gonna do the reading. I think it says 10. Wow. That's a great score. Huh. Neat. All right, so a Brix reading of 10 from this scale. What does that mean? Well, usually when you're talking about sweetness, the higher the number, the sweeter your liquid is. So a higher, a reading of 10 would suggest that that tomato is very sweet. But it's all relative to what you're measuring, right? So like fresh strawberries, or I'm sorry, fresh raspberries and pink grapefruit can read between a 10 and a 12. The amount of acid in those tomatoes, though, I can tell you because I ate them, is very low. These are very nice tomatoes. They are very tasty. So that's a good thing. Now, I didn't have to adjust it, but this is how you would. It turns here so that you can see a little bit better But that was really neat, huh, guys? So yeah, refractometer. I got it off of Amazon. It was 15 bucks, I think. Piece of cake. I'm gonna put it back into its case because I'm gonna be measuring the bricks of all of my tomatoes this summer, hopefully. I'm growing a lot of different varieties, mini micro dwarfs, I hope, and some specialty tomatoes. And so it'd just be fun to see how these all measure up to each other. But that's not all. I don't just plan on measuring the sweetness of my tomatoes. While I'm looking forward to that, there are other things in my garden that I can measure. I mean, loads of things. Anything you can grow, you can measure. I definitely want to check into my peppers, see how sweet those are, and get the bricks reading on those. In addition, I would like to do the bricks on my garlic, which I plan to be pulling out here in the next week. And so I'd like to do the bricks reading on that. So definitely be on the lookout for that video. I grew 2 varieties, a hardneck and a elephant garlic. Should be fun. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to do a bricks reading on my one lone peach that's growing on my tree. I've put a bag around it so that I can maybe keep pests from getting to it before I do. I would love to know how well that one does. It would be the first fruit ever from that tree. And I would like to test my ground cherries as well. I'll be growing the giant ground cherry variety, and I'd be interested to see how sweet those are. They are delicious. If you've not tried them, you gotta give them a go. And basically, you can test anything. You can test your herbs. You can test your celery, peas, potatoes, spinach, corn. You name it, you can test it. All you need to do is macerate it with like a mortar and pestle so you can get some juice and you can measure it. I'll provide a link to the one that I bought in the description. Refractometer. All right, guys, I hope you had fun with this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Even maybe subscribe. Think about it. I will see you guys in another video on another day. Until then, happy growing, my friends.